They said, D-Man, you'll never be able to do it. You'll never be able to hold the T-pose the entire video. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right, but I'll try it anyways. And then you're like, wait, who said that? And then I'm like, well, they said that. And so now I got to do it because they said that. And you're like, well, which one is they? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't write down their names. I don't remember everyone who comments on my videos. I hope the audio sounds good. You also can't even like hardly tell that I'm in it. Like, I could be like holding something off to, I'm not holding anything off to the side, but like it doesn't really matter because you're not going to notice it anyways, and I've got visuals on screen for half the video anyways, so it's like, what's the point? I don't know, you guys are the ones who asked me to do it. Alright, so this is going to be a video, this is going to be so hard to do. This is going to be a video where we are going back and looking at all the things that we never talked about for Godzilla. Not all of them. I actually might do a lot of these because I've missed a lot when it comes to Godzilla movies. A lot of news. So I think what I'll do is I will cover a bunch of the Godzilla news that I've previously missed in these videos. That way I can like try and catch up on it, make sure that I've covered all my bases and that everything's good to go. So we'll just start off. We'll jump right into it. We got the flying Godzilla gif. It's a gif of Godzilla flying. It's epic. I have nothing to say about it. We also have Christopher Mann's epic Godzilla 2 stylized art. I really like that. I like the coloration on it. We have an uncredited Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah poster. I wish I knew who this was that did this because it's really cool and it's very blue and I like it. But I don't, and so yeah, I'm sorry. We have Matt Frank's Godzilla 2014 Godzilla Neo, and it's really cool. Oh my god, my arms. Yeah, this is actually much more tiring than I anticipated. We have an amazing Godzilla King of the Monsters poster. I don't know who made this, but this is really good. You've probably seen this before. It's one of the more famous fan arts of Godzilla 2 out there, done after trailer 1 came out. Really cool. Great job, whoever did this. Sorry, I don't know who it is. Okay, what's next? We have an Avengers Infinity War trailer that was re-edited in the style of the Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer.
I know what it's like to lose. I know it feels like all hope is lost. But together, we can kill Thanos.
Oh my god, my arms are on fire. What if every other type of news story I hold my arms out in a T-pose? Is that fair? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to do this the whole video. We have this YouTube animation. No, I don't know. What the hell am I talking about? We have this YouTube video, right? It's Avengers Infinity War, but done in the King of the Monsters style. It's really well edited. I like it a lot. What's next? We have a Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer done, and it's remade of the Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer 1, but it is a Heisei edition. Yeah, it's a Heisei edition. It's really cool. Reminds me of Gorzard, so that's great. Oh, what if I just pretend I'm like, we're doing this so that to celebrate, what am I on? Almost 49,000 subscribers, 48,000. What am I at? 47? We'll say this is the 47,000 subscriber special. This sucks though. And this is a good thing though, because it makes me want to speed up through the news videos. So maybe I'll start doing this in every video. That way I can cut the runtime down. What do we have up next? Toho Kingdom released the Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer, the initial one, with the Hall H reactions. That's really cool. Go check it out. People love Mothra. It's awesome. What do we have next? We have the Godzilla King of the Monsters official website. It's sweet. And in addition to that, the Godzilla 2014 YouTube channel has now been rebranded to a Godzilla King of the Monsters YouTube channel, which is also pretty interesting. I don't think I have visuals for either of those, so I think I probably just threw up a poster of it, but you can check out the links down below. What do we have next? I don't even know. Godzilla King of the Monsters was not rated R. There was this rumor that the movie was going to be rated R, and then it turned out not to be true. I don't know where this rumor started from. I think it was back in SDCC SDCC. There was supposedly a red band trailer for the movie that never came out, and so people were like, oh, that means it's rated R. Of all 2 major movies Michael Dougherty, oh my god. I'm sorry, my arms are gonna like slowly drop. Of all 2 major movies Michael Dougherty has done before Godzilla King of the Monsters, only one of them has been rated R, so I don't know why people thought, oh, this has to be rated R, it's Michael Dougherty. But it isn't, it's not rated R, it's PG-13 as confirmed by Michael Dougherty. It's PG-13 for scenes of like, I think it's like some mild language, and also scenes of graphic kaiju violence. Awesome, or traditional kaiju violence, something like that. Oh my god, my arms. Oh, you were right, I couldn't do the T-pose the whole video. Sorry guys, I failed the subscriber special. I'm not as strong as I wanted to be. But that was 6 minutes and 27 seconds unedited that I held that, so. What are we talking about? Godzilla King of the Monsters is not rated R. It's rated PG-13. Also, we got some news. The movie's title has changed, sort of. In the UK, it's not Godzilla King of the Monsters. Get this, it's Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters. It's a crazy difference, I know. It's a game changer, but it's true. Yeah, and I've actually seen the international title for the movie, for the most part, is Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters. I don't think it's just the UK. I think it's a lot of countries that did that. Godzilla King of the Monsters has another alternative title, sort of. It's not. It isn't. But there is another title for Godzilla King of the Monsters according to some websites, where the Japanese posters for Godzilla 2 were put out. It was a picture of Godzilla and Ghidorah, the same American posters, just with the text swapped. It turns out that these taglines, instead of reading "Long Live the King," now currently read "The King Awakens," and instead of reading Godzilla King of the Monsters, they read Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan. Kind of in that GMK sort of vein where they put all the monsters' names in there for no reason, except for Baragon. They put all the monsters' names in there, and then that's the title. No, the movie's still technically called Godzilla King of the Monsters in Japan. It's just that that's what they're using for the posters, like Godzilla, Rodan, King Ghidorah, Mothra. They're all in the movie. We have some new pictures of our Jakks-specific 12-inch Godzilla 2019 figure. These are brought to us from Toho Kingdom. It looks really good in these pictures. I think I said it in my last video. This is the figure that I'm probably most excited for coming out of Jakks-specific. I am excited for like their Godzilla vs. Ghidorah set. That one's going to be a cool one to get your hands on, but this is probably the figure that I think looks best, so I'm excited to get my hands on this one. And like I said in the previous videos, I do believe those release in April time frame, around there. I think that's when we'll be seeing them in Walmarts, I believe. If you want more Godzilla King of the Monsters trailers, if you're like, when's the next one coming out? It came out like a couple days ago, or like yesterday maybe. Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer 2, the Japanese version came out, and I'll be honest, I kind of like it more than trailer 2 American version. I think it's a bit too monster heavy and not enough human stuff, so I do like the additional human stuff we got in the original King of the Monsters trailer 2, but I like it a bit more. I like the editing a bit more, and I like the music a bit more. I think it's overall kind of a cooler trailer. We also have a Godzilla King of the Monsters Japanese TV spot that was made in the same style as the trailer 2 that they did for Japan. It's got the Clair de Lune playing again. Is that how you say that? It's got that song from trailer 1. The trailer 1 song is playing back over these two, and I think it fits a lot better than that action song we got in the real trailer 2. I wasn't a big fan of that song. I was a big fan of Clair de Lune after a while. It took some warming up to it, but I do think it fits the movie, so I do like it. Next up, Godzilla King of the Monsters has a brand new American TV spot. It's a re-edit of the other ones. The only difference here is that in the atomic breath scene where Godzilla fires his atomic breath into the sky with the Monarch sub in front of him, they have enhanced the CGI from what they did in the SDCC trailer, which is good to see that they're still working on CG enhancements. It looks like now you can see that Godzilla's gills are glowing blue along with his eyes that are glowing blue. I think those are the only differences. Maybe there's a little differences other than that, but that's all that I really noticed. So it's pretty interesting that they changed that one little detail, but hey, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm glad to see that they're going back and still working on the movie and still working on the CG, even though the movie's technically finished. I feel like they'll be working on it to the last minute. They usually do that, right? I've heard that movies usually work up to like the release date to get the CG polished, and that's awesome. Alright, this was an old headline, but I saw it make a resurgence about a month ago, and I didn't jump on it the first time, and I didn't even jump on it the second time the headline popped back up. But hey, I'll talk about it now because we're doing the catch-up video. This is one of the catch-up videos, even though we did just cover brand new news in the last thing that I talked about. But, alright, what do we got? Godzilla 2 is said to be really bad, according to one guy who saw a test screening. supposedly, one guy supposedly saw a test screening. I'm not sure if he actually did. You guys know I'm skeptical of these test screenings, but supposedly, according to this guy, Godzilla King of the Monsters tried way too hard to be Pacific Rim and wound up being Rampage instead. I didn't hate Rampage. You guys know it made it into like my top 10 movies of 2018, so I didn't hate the movie. I understand that some people didn't like it, but it would be weird to see a Godzilla movie in that style. It'd be like, wow, we're really going back to the Showa era here, aren't we, with the very campy nature. So I wouldn't be down for that, if I'm honest, especially not in the MonsterVerse, but I really don't think that's true. Michael Dougherty has said they're trying to keep the tone of the 2014 film, so I'm not expecting us to get Rampage, but with Godzilla. And also, it tries too hard to be Pacific Rim. I don't really know what he means by that. Maybe he just means there's not enough human stuff, which is, it could be a fair criticism of the movie. From what we've seen, it looks like there's going to be a lot of monster stuff, which I know will make a lot of fans happy, but there will be a certain portion of the fan base who does feel alienated by the abundance of kaiju in the movie. He says there's no emotional core to the movie and that the tone is very confused. Sometimes it wants to be too serious, sometimes it wants to be too goofy. You know, again, I can't really say anything about if I think that'll be the case because I haven't seen enough of the movie, although I do think this one does look like it keeps that serious tone throughout, so I don't think that'll be a big problem. He says the characters aren't really likable, which, I mean, the characters in lots of Godzilla movies aren't very likable. I tend to like a lot of characters in Godzilla movies, but like the Heisei era, I never really attached to anybody. I thought Miki Sagusa was okay, but that's just because she kept showing back up. A lot of the time, yeah, I understand that. There's not a lot of likable characters in a lot of Godzilla movies. You know, you got the early Showa, which usually had pretty stellar human casts. You've gotten some recent films. I really like the anime cast. I really like the anime characters. And then you have films like the Millennium era, which were pretty hit or miss with if their characters were good or not. So, I don't know. It probably is just personal preference, but I'm sure the characters will be fine. He says that there's not a lot of interaction between the monsters, which I find very interesting. And then he goes on to say that there is a lot of action, however, and it becomes exhausting. So, lots of action that gets exhausting, but not a lot of interaction between the monsters. I find that to be interesting. I would have thought that if we were getting so much of the monsters, we would see them interacting a bit more than it sounds like we're going to be seeing. Again, though, this was a test screening. Things are subject to change. I'm not even sure it was a real test screening. There's just so much with this that I'm like, how can I trust this? How can I trust this article? Or not even the article, but just like, how can I trust the guy's review, right? And then finally, here's the big one. I solved it, okay? I solved the case. Godzilla 2 is probably a pretty good movie, but here's your problem. The guy who went and saw the movie was a DCEU fan. Well, there you go. I mean, we got a movie that tries really hard but fails in doing what it tried to do, with no emotional core that actually lands, a confused tone, characters that aren't likable, and action that becomes exhausting and nauseating. I'm pretty sure he's describing Man of Steel right here, but he could be talking about Godzilla, right? Now, this guy, supposedly he went in to see, like, he's like, I thought I was checking out Shazam or Aquaman. This was a while ago, long before Aquaman came out. And so he's like, I didn't like the movie, it was Godzilla and it was dumb. Well, I don't care what this guy has to say. He's not a Godzilla fan. He's a DC fan, which, you know, obviously I'm just joking. I don't hate all DC fans. But, like, this guy, he doesn't belong to this fan base, so why would I really listen to him? I'm sure the normies probably won't like Godzilla 2 because normies don't usually like Godzilla movies. I can't think of any that, like, normal citizens are like, yeah, that was really good. 2014, they're like, it was boring and not enough Godzilla. Why are you talking to me? Go away. Go, I don't want to talk to you. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Sorry this was like a really weird out of nowhere news and updates, but hey, I got some news to cover that I never covered, so I figured I'd do it now. D-Man, out.